My name is Alfred.
My name is Juan.
My name is Mandy.
Welcome to Power Your Story Season 4.
A podcast from Ram Training Center High School in Chicago.
This season, our theme is Exploring Chicago.
My name is Emon. Our producer took a trip to Homiey, a community co-worker, art, and event space in Humboldt Park.
In this episode, Juan and Emon talked with Mariah Cobb about Homiey. We love the artwork on the walls and the private phone booth with a hammock to relax.
We originally recorded this interview in 2018. Since then, Mariah and Aaron had their baby and opened a second Homiey in Oakland, California.
A third location is opening in Chicago in Noble Square. You can check out their website, homiey.com.
And one last thing, there will be some background noises in this recording. Don't let it distract you, and please enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Juan. This is Power Your Story. I'm here with Emon and Homiey. Today we are talking with Mariah Cobb.
When did you first started this business?
We opened in October of 2016, so it's my husband, whose name is Aaron, and we started it in October.
Who comes to Homiey?
All sorts of people come to Homiey. So we have a lot of people who live in the neighborhood who come to Homiey, people who work from home but maybe have kids at home and need a quiet place to come work. And then all sorts of people come from events from all over the city. Sometimes we've even had people have an event here who've lived in another state and are coming in to visit. So people from all over come here.
Why did you create this place?
So my husband and I live just a few blocks away, and we really wanted to put something in the neighborhood for people to use that was close by without having to go to a different neighborhood. So we wanted to put something here in Humboldt Park where we live.
How do you choose the artists to show in your space?
So when we first opened, we just had a lot of empty wall space, and we wanted to fill it with nice, colorful art and pieces to be here for people to look at when they're working or here for events. When we first started, we put a call for artists on Instagram. So a lot of people answered the Instagram call, and then since then, we get people from artists that we know. So somebody who has shown their work before, maybe their friends who are also artists want a place to put their work. So we get a lot of people who know other people who've used the space.
Where did you grow up?
So I'm not from Chicago. I grew up in Missoula, which is a town in Montana. So I'm from the western part of the United States.
What was your dream when you were a little kid?
When I was a little kid, I really wanted to be a smoke jumper because that's what my dad was. So a smoke jumper is somebody who fights fire, but it's different than a fireman in the city. So a smoke jumper fights fire like in the wilderness. So if there's a big fire out in the woods, they actually take an airplane to get there because it's somewhere that's like too hard to drive to. So they take an airplane there and then they jump out of the airplane with a parachute. And that's how they get to the fire. So that's what I wanted to do because I thought it seemed really cool when I was little.
What are your dreams for the future?
Well, we are expecting our first baby in about a month. So that's kind of the direction that our dreams are headed right now is with our new baby that's coming.
What is it like to have your own business?
It's really fun. It's challenging. It's hard, but there's really fun parts also. One of the things I like the best is I used to be a teacher actually before we opened Homiey, and it's really nice as a business owner to be able to have your own schedule. So instead of having to go, to school or to a job from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon every day, you can kind of have some more flexibility in choosing the hours and times that you are at work. So it's nice and really flexible, which I like.
What has been your favorite event so far?
So for the last 2 years around Thanksgiving time, we've done an event that we call Homiey for the Holidays or Friendsgiving. So we've had a bunch of friends and people we know have come and had done like a Thanksgiving dinner here all together. And then we have a friend who's a musician. His name's Ro, which stands for Rising Over Envy. And he's from Chicago, but he lives in New York. But he's home every year for Thanksgiving. So he's come to both of those and performed and done some music at it. And that's been a really fun event because it's had good food and also good music.
What is the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge with Homiey is just finding people who are interested in using the space. So we have a lot of really regular people and people that live in the neighborhood who know about us, but we're always trying to kind of spread the word to more of Chicago so more people know about all the cool stuff that we do here.
What do you do when business is hard?
Wow, that's a good question. So both myself and my husband own our own businesses. So we have a lot of times in our life where things are going really good with one or the other, but not often with both. So we really just try to support each other and do fun things together even when things are a little rough with one of our businesses.
What does it take to be successful?
To be successful, I really think it just takes a lot of hard work and setting goals. And I really like working backwards from a goal. So deciding what you want to do and then figuring out like the steps that are going to help you get to that goal at the end.
Where can listeners learn more about Homiey?
They can go to our website. So our website is Homiey, HOMIEY.com. And then we're also on all the social media platforms. So we are on Facebook and Instagram, or they could just stop by and visit us.
Mariah, is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, I just want to say thank you for coming to visit us today at Homiey, and I'm excited to listen to the podcast when it's ready to go. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for talking with us today. Power Your Story podcast is produced by students at Ray Graham Training Center High School in Chicago.
With the production support of After School Matters and the creative Impostor Studios.
Today's episode was produced by
Juan.
Iman.
Our theme music is by Gennaro Jackson, aka DJ Sparks.
You can find our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, and on the web at poweryourstorypodcast.com.
Follow us, subscribe, and share our show with a friend. Thank you for listening.
Be safe, be smart.